Hey, what's up guys? Josiah Novak, thetruetransformation.com. And today we're coming at you with a video with 5 tips on how to get in shape in 2020. Because let's face it, you might be looking at the calendar and thinking, dang it, I've been putting off my fitness goals and I've been slacking a little bit, and 2020 is the year that I get in the best shape of my life. So I want to give you 5 tips, 5 strategies to get in incredible shape in 2020. Things that are going to actually be practical, things you can put into practice right away, things that are going to make your life easier and more enjoyable in the process. So buckle up. Let's jump into the 5 tips for 2020. All right guys, so tip number 1 is all about patience and planning. All right, the biggest muscle you're gonna wanna train in 2020 is your patience muscle. Because what I see a lot of people do, especially if they're eager to get results, right? They're motivated, they feel like this is my year, I'm gonna go crush it, I'm gonna go do a bunch of workouts, I'm gonna diet my ass off. They have no patience, right? They want results right away. They wanna get to February and look like a whole new person after a month of working out and eating right. What I want to encourage you to do, and I know it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, if you watch my other videos, you know I talk all about patience, all right? Patience, patience, patience is the key to long-term success, because what I can tell you right now, fitness and getting in better shape is one of the hardest things to speed up, all right? It takes extreme dedication, it takes really just an insane work ethic if you want really fast results. And oftentimes we just don't have the capacity for that. We have jobs, we have families, we have other responsibilities, so we gotta be patient. What I want to encourage you to do in 2020 is enjoy the process, all right? Now, how can you feel better about your plan? How can you start to get excited and feel like you're actually making a lot of progress? Planning, all right? It's all about having a plan. It's all about looking at a calendar and figuring out, how am I going to set up my year so that I have things to look forward to? How am I going to set up my year so I have check marks, checkpoints, stops along the way where I feel like I'm making progress? It might not always be losing weight. It might not always be building muscle. It might be something like, hey, I want to be able to run longer. I want to be able to have more energy. Maybe I set a date for a competition that I want to do in some kind of athletic endeavor. Whatever it is, along the way we have checkpoints so that we can feel encouraged about our progress, all right? This allows us to have more patience, because if all we're concerned about is getting to the top of the mountain, but along the way we forget to look around and enjoy the journey and figure out like, oh wow, I made it up halfway. That was further than I've done before. Or wow, I'm getting better at certain things. Those are things to recognize, right? Those gives you more self-belief, gives you more confidence to keep going. And so we gotta have plan. What I wanna encourage you to do is take a look at the calendar and set what I call checkpoints, all right? Throughout the year, have 6 to 8 points throughout the year, whether it's your birthday, a holiday, a special event, where you have about 8 to 12 weeks where you can really focus for a period of time, and by the time you get to that next checkpoint, you can look back and feel like, wow, I've actually made significant progress over the past couple months. That gives you encouragement, that adds to your patience muscle, and helps condition you to stay on track. All right guys, so this one is gonna be a little bit weird. You may not have heard this before, this strategy, but this is a little bit of a different take on how to start, especially your nutrition, when you go into the new year. Most people are gonna jump right into a fat loss plan, right? They're gonna start slashing calories, they're gonna start tracking macros and calories and starting to chip away at body fat. Here's what I want you to consider. It might actually make more sense to start with maintenance, okay? What does that mean? It might actually make a lot of sense to start just working on maintaining your weight. Because if you're always stuck in this like, I don't care, and gaining weight, and then this, oh my gosh, I gotta lose weight, I gotta slash calorie cycle, that's literally the definition of yo-yo. Okay, it's a yo-yo dieting cycle that can often lead to not sticking to the plan, feeling kind of burnt out, and never really finding consistency. So my suggestion is, even if it's just for 2 weeks, work on maintenance. Work on just maintaining where you are. It's gonna give you so much information. It's gonna give you a lot of data on what it takes to maintain your weight, what it takes to maintain your current level of fitness. So that way you can start making smaller changes if you wanna see your body start to change, okay? Instead of jumping into this like hardcore extreme fat loss plan where you're gonna feel like, oh my gosh, I'm living a totally different life and I'm not sure if I can maintain this. Start just working on maintenance. Once you get really good at maintenance, then you know you only have to make small tweaks to start losing fat. So start tracking your calories and see how much food it's required to just stay where you are right now. On top of that, it's gonna give you a little bit more food to eat and less pressure to start dropping pounds and seeing the scale go down. It's gonna give you a nice way to ease into a transformation plan as you enter 2020. So start with maintenance. Trust me, you'll thank me later. All right, so a lot of people ask me what's more important, training with weights or cardio? And what I want you to consider is that weight training is typically the area that's going to give you the most bang for your buck. Why is that? Well, because keeping muscle and building new muscle helps keep your metabolism in a healthy place. So if you're going to focus on one area as you go into 2020, I would strongly encourage you to focus on resistance training. That doesn't necessarily mean going in the gym and lifting heavy weights. It could mean just training with your body weight at home or at home with limited equipment, but start giving your body a reason to either maintain or build new muscle. Resistance training has to be a cornerstone of your transformation program. Even if you're a girl or a guy, it doesn't matter. Everybody can benefit from resistance training, especially for long-term health, okay? Longevity, meaning your quality of life as you move forward, is actually dependent on bone health, joint health, muscle health. All those things help you just move better, feel better as you get older, as you just go through life. So if you're experiencing a lot of like aches and pains now, and maybe you're just like uncomfortable when you wake up in the morning, a lot of those things can be fixed by getting stronger, by training with weights. So make the cornerstone of your fitness plan as you go into 2020 built around training weights. My suggestion for someone who's just starting out and training and just getting back into the swing of things, train your full body 3 times a week. Even if that's at home with no equipment, full body workouts just to ease you into a plan can work wonders to get you up to speed really fast and start to see quick results. So resistance training, make that the majority of your training as you go into 2020. All right, so now weight training obviously being the cornerstone doesn't mean that we just completely forget about cardio, but I want to give you a new, well, it's not necessarily new, but a different take on how to incorporate cardio into your workout, okay? Into your daily routine, into your overall fitness plan. Cardio doesn't have to be done on a treadmill, on a bike, on a stair climber, like you always see people doing. You can actually just take cardio and start to think about it as your daily activity, how you move around every day, at your job, at home. How active are you? Because that's really what we're trying to do with cardio, right? Is we're not trying to just go walk on the treadmill for an hour. We're trying to burn more calories. So one thing we can do to make cardio a little bit more enjoyable and still get the same benefit that we're looking for is we can start tracking our daily steps. Okay, you can start monitoring how much you move around every day. If you're not moving around a lot, if you're very sedentary, a simple fix is to start moving more. Take a walk at lunchtime, take a walk in the evening, walk in the morning. Start moving your body more, because that's going to lead to an overall larger amount of calories being burned, and it's going to add some benefits to your life as well. More energy, better digestion, better overall health. People who walk more tend to live longer. So some of the societies around the world that have people who live into 100, 105 years old, 106 years old, they walk a lot. They typically walk for 30 to 45 minutes a day. So tracking your steps is a great way to improve your overall fat burning, your overall health, and just your overall enjoyment of the plan. So what I suggest is take a look at where you are now. So start tracking for a week, and then start to slowly increase that amount week over week until you're at a place where you're really starting to ramp up your activity and you're noticing a big change overall in how you feel, your energy, and your overall fat loss. So track your steps. Don't have to go do traditional cardio. Save you some boring time on the treadmill, and you'll see a noticeable improvement. All right, guys, last tip, and this is basically what I call the magical question. All right, so anytime you start a new workout plan or a new nutrition plan, you have to ask yourself a question. All right, and this always has to be asked, because if you don't think about this, then you can easily fall into the trap of following something that's just not sustainable. And if we can't sustain the plan, then we're ultimately going to fail, and we're going to have to start over, and we're going to have bigger setback, and we're just going to be in a worse off place than we were when we started. So this is the question. When you wake up every day, ask yourself, can I see myself doing this for the rest of my life? Can I see myself following this nutrition plan for a very long time? Can I see myself following this type of workout plan for a long time? And if the answer is no, it doesn't mean you quit the program. It just means, what do we need to adjust so that you can answer yes to that? And maybe the adjustment is just having a plan and exit strategy, right? Maybe it's just like, hey, I know this plan's extreme. I recognize it. I'm not going to follow it for long, and here's what I'm going to transition to, right? Doesn't mean we just quit and give up and say, all right, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. But we got to get to a place where we, more times than not, answer yes to that question. Yes, I can see myself sticking to this for a long time. I can see myself living like this. This can be part of my lifestyle. This can be a permanent change that I can see myself following forever, right? Because if we can sustain something, then we're going to get amazing results. We're not going to go this yo-yo route, this back and forth. And this time next year, you're not going to care about these type of videos, because you've already got the results you wanted. You're now teaching it to other people. You're now an example, right? You're now someone that people want to be in terms of health and fitness. and you're not watching my videos trying to figure out how do I get on track? How do I figure all this out? How do I start a plan that's actually sustainable this time? Ask yourself that question. And if you ever feel like that answer is no, that man, I can't see myself doing this for a long time, start to analyze, start to look at things, start to figure out what needs to be changed so that you can answer yes to that question. All right, guys, that's Josiah Novak, The True Transformation, 5 tips to getting the best shape of your life in 2020. Please leave a comment below the video. Let me know what other topics you need help with. We have a ton of videos, including how to set up a diet for fat loss. You can check it out here. That's backed by science, that is built around sustainable principles. So make sure to check that out. Follow me on Instagram at Josiah Fitness for more daily advice, more daily tips as you move into 2020. And as always, if you found the video helpful, make sure to hit the button below to get notified every time we drop a video, and subscribe to the channel because we're putting out new content every single week. Hope you have a great new year. Josiah Novak, TrueTransformation.com. Talk to you soon. Peace.